Welcome to The Source, where we go by the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the camp of presidential aspirant and former Senator Bongbong Marcos slams the petition to cancel his candidacy, calling it a nuisance and predictable. The Commission on Elections refutes the remarks of the Marcos camp allegedly downplaying the petition. And later, the COMELEC assures integrity in next year's polls amid the deal with Davao businessman Dennis Uy. Marcos spokesperson attorney Vic Rodriquez and COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez his candidacy for president as propaganda. A group of petitioners composed of political detainees, human rights, and medical organizations asks the Commission on Elections to cancel the certificate of candidacy of the former senator. Petitioners say Marcos is not eligible to run for president due to a prior conviction. They are referring to Marcos's 1997 conviction for failing to pay income tax returns. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have the spokesperson of former Senator Bongbong Marcos, Attorney Vic Rodriquez. Attorney Rodriquez, welcome to the source and maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Hi, Pinky. Magandang umaga. Thank you for having me again in your program at magandang umaga ho sa lahat ng nanonood at sumusubaybay ng inyong programa.
Attorney, natanggap niyo na ho ba ang official copy nitong petition against the candidacy of former Senator Bongbong Marcos?
As of last night, Pinky, we have not received any formal notice or copy of the petition coming from the COMELEC. That is as of last night.
Okay, let's talk about, I want to lay down the facts, I hope you don't mind. So this really stems from what? A prior conviction of former Senator Bongbong Marcos. This happened in 1995, convicted by the Quezon City RTC, affirmed 2 years later in 1997 by the Court of Appeals. Before I go into that, what was really part of that, first I wanted to ask you, this is a fact, no? Attorney Vic, yung conviction niya noong 1995 and affirmed by the Court of Appeals in 1997.
Yeah, but this case speaks, alam mo, talagang propaganda ito ng mga yellow wannabe political assassins. Sapagkat ang kasong ito, hihingi kong paintulot mo, Pinky, na mangusap sa wikang Filipino sapagkat alam kong maraming...
Para maintindihan natin.
Tama, naguguluhan sa usapin ito. Wala pong tax evasion na kaso si Presidential Aspirant Bongbong Marcos. Yung kaso pong yan ay simply non-filing of income tax return. At yun po, alam naman din natin na, well, siguro hindi lahat. Subalit ang nature po kasi ng tax case is civil in nature, but with penal provision or penal clause. Kaya nga kung yan yung kasong binabandera nila, alam mo, Pinky, ang naging hatol dyan ay magbayad lang ng fine. Walang imprisonment. At yan ay hindi sa hatulan sa kasong tax evasion. Maling-mali din yung sinasabi sa tax evader. Okay. Ang naging hatol lamang yan, hindi nakapagbayad ng income tax return.
Opo. So I'll cut you there para po maintindihan natin. So, sinabi po ng Quezon RTC na hindi po siya nag-file ng ITR from 1982 to 1985. That's 4 years. Question, sir. Kapag hindi ka po ba nag-file ng ITR, hindi po ba ibig sabihin nun hindi ka nagbayad ng buwis? Hence, tax evader ka?
Dami nga hindi nagbabayad ng tax ng mga may trabaho. Yung tax evader, ibig sabihin tax evader sila.
Okay, let me be candid as always. I have not read...
Kaya nga yan ang kaso ng ibig sabihin hindi nagbabayad ng tax eh. Oh.
Just basing it
Ay,
on
nako.
what you are presenting to me now and with what I know of the case. From 1980 to 1985, yan sa tingin ko siya governor.
Yan ang tax evader, yung ibig-sabihin. Ibibintang nyo ngayon kay BBM.
Hindi ba't withheld na yung iyong tax due from source? Di ba hindi ikaw ang nagkakaltas ng iyong buwis na dapat i-remit sa gobyerno? Yan ay trabaho ng inyong kumpanya ng CNN International Philippines. Ganon din sa kaso ni Presidential Aspirant Bongbong Marcos. Basta pag natanggap niya yung kanyang sahod, bawas na doon yung withholding tax. Pangalawa, For the record, at yan ay nasa kaso din, hindi nga niya tinanggap yung yung sahod niya. Yan ay pinadeposito niyang sadya para
kita mo?
pagtayo ng isang scholarship fund.
Hindi na nga nagsahod eh. Tapos pagbibintangan nyo pang tax evader.
Assassins.
Okay, but sir,
Oh,
if
sige,
you're
apila
saying
pa, Pinky Wave.
automatic po yung kaltas, ano po,
sige.
we still need to file our
Need pa rin?
ITRs, don't we?
Tama. Pero
Okay.
meron ding nangangasiwa sa Kapitolyo kung sinong dapat mag-file niya. But be that
Ayan na.
medyo masalimuot yung usaping ito, especially for non-lawyers. Basta ang klaro lang dito, walang conviction for tax evasion, only for the non-filing of the income tax return. Because we are not filing, pwede kang i-penalize eh. And nauwi lang ito sa pagbabayad ng penalty fee.
Okay, so what you're basically telling me, sir, as a non-lawyer, and because I want to understand this, kapag hindi po mag-file, ang sinasabi niyo po ha, kaya that this is where I wanted to start the conversation. If you don't file your IDR, it doesn't necessarily mean na hindi ka nagbayad ng tax.
Hindi lang naman nag-file pero nagbayad siya. Ay nako, paulit-ulit naman.
Kasi kung kagaya mo, kung hindi ka nag-file ng IDR mo, pero we need help naman ng CNN Philippines yung
ang kulit na, pakasimple lang.
ng tax mo. Anong kaso mo? Hindi ka tax evader. Hindi magiging tax evader si Pinky. Hindi lang siya nakapag-file ng income tax return.
Opo, okay.
Ano? Tanong pa.
Tax evader.
Okay, I see where you're going there, but
Sige,
very
tanong pa.
important is that for us to file our ITR, to which you admit the former senator, being vice governor at that time and governor during those years, did not file his ITR. But aren't ITRs, income tax returns, important, Attorney Vic? Hindi ho ba? I mean, kasi, di ba, yung allegedly, not-filing of ITR cost, if I'm not mistaken, di ba, Maria Lourdes Sereno, her post as Chief Justice, hindi ho ba yung ITR din ng yumaong Chief Justice na si Renato Corona, binusisi din during the impeachment proceedings? Hindi ho ba that is a very important component to be able to file that every year?
Tama yun, Pinky. Hindi naman natin itinatanggi yun. Kung may lapses man on his part that time, it should have been, but you know, it's history 40 years ago. Dapat talaga tayo nagpa-file. Kahit nga zero ang income mo, dapat nagpa-file ka ng income tax return. Di ba? Subalit, kukunin mo, Pinky, yung buong konteksto nung nangyari. Remember, noong 1986, bumagsak ang gobyerno. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng revolutionary government, hindi ba? And then, paano makakapag-file ang tao ng paano niya maiko-correct yung kulang niya ng income tax return? So, kunin natin yung buong konteksto. And apart from that, again, I do not like to dwell on the merits yet because I have yet to read it, but I'm just basing it on what you're asking me now, from me now. Ang importante riyan, i-disabuse natin yung pag-iisip ng sambayan ng Pilipino dahil sa propagandang ginagawa itong mga yellow wannabe political assassins. Walang tax evasion, walang tax evasion ang non-filing lang po. So, failure to file the income tax return. Magkaiba po yun.
Sir, ang sabi niyo ho kung hindi po ito criminal case, itong non-filing of ITR. But why so? Why did the Quezon City Regional Trial Court back in 1995 impose a fine and a jail term of at least 9 years to the former senator?
Yeah, tax case is civil in nature, Pinky. Subject siya sa fine, but with penal provision or penal clause. Ang tinitingnan mo, Pinky, ang dinidiscuss mo sa akin ay yung RTC. Discuss mo yung Court of Appeals decision.
Yes, I'll go there. I'm gonna go there.
Court of Appeals decision, ang sinabi doon, magbayad ka lang ng multa. At yun ay naging executory. Yun ang dapat nating tingnan, hindi yung RTC. I do not want to dwell on for us, this is a nuisance petition, but I know where you're headed, Pinky. Let me just remind everyone that during that time, the case was filed 1995. And sino ba presidente noong 1995 hanggang 1992, 1998? And in fact, the one who let this all out in his column. I think he was part of that administration way back then.
So, you're talking about former Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio, sir?
Oh, absolutely, because he's the one who brings
Okay.
this all out.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're saying it, so there's nothing, so it's very clear, no? Wala po tayong anything.
I don't think there's a secret to it. What? Was it ever a secret that he was the one who brought this out?
No, it was in a column. That's why I was saying. So we're clear here. So okay. So Grace, I was gonna go there to the court.
Ay, nako. Sige. Hanap pa kayo ng butas.
City RTC.
Wala nga eh.
By the CA when this was affirmed in 1997. Okay. Meron pa akong tanong dito before we move on. Nagbayad po ba si former Senator Bongbong Marcos nung kanyang penalty, yung pera po na inimpose ng final judgment po ng CA? Was he able to pay that?
I will not answer that in your program now, Pinky, dahil papadaliin namin ang buhay ng itong mga yellow wannabe political assassins. They should have done the research bago sila nag-file ng nuisance petition. Alamin ninyo yung kaso ninyo. Bakit kami sasagot nung hindi nila nalalaman? Dapat bago nyo final, nag-complete staff work nila, nag-due diligence check nila. We will not supply them whatever is missing in their petition. Napakaswerte naman nila.
Okay, we need to talk about Section 12 of the Omnibus Election Code, but we need to take a very short break. The source will be right back.